Hey, look who's here. Hey, me, Matt.
Hey, me and Matt here. So obviously, like I said in our prediction video, we didn't do the play-by-play review, which it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. So I did watch it last night. It was awesome. It was fucking one of those things where, yeah, you knew that certain things were going to happen in all these matches. So, yeah, kind of interesting to look at how the WWE can make things even better, to try to make up for what's going on in the world. And so, here it is. You had the match with Cesaro, who had defeated Lucha's Party. Obviously, you knew that was going to happen. I think that Cesaro and Nakamura have been one of the best tag teams right now in this day and age, And like I said, I don't know how to put it, but they definitely put the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the map, in my opinion. But, yeah, this was pretty cool. I mean, I think the only cool offense I did see was Lindsay had Cesaro in this, I can't remember what movie it was called, and then Grand Metalik jumped off the ropes onto do a Hurricane Rana to Cesaro, but nonetheless, Cesaro and Nakamura are tag champions as I predicted, so that's awesome. The show happened. You had the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship now. A lot of comments I did see was that the ladder match was the shits. At least it wasn't very good as they thought. I mean, I kind of disagree with that. I think that there was a pretty good standard match for what you would think. You had Jeff Hardy do a lot of his spots. He went onto above the ladder and landed on, I believe it was AJ Styles, under a table or something. He did that. It was a pretty good match, and obviously AJ Styles got a lot of his shit into. I think Sami Zayn was the smartest of the two of them. He had handcuffs, and he beat down Jeff Hardy and took his ear, and with the earlobe that he had piercing in, which, by the way, I still hate those hoop earrings, but he took the handcuff and he put it inside of the hoop earring and put the other half of the handcuffs onto a ladder. So that way, I guess Jeff couldn't move. So the match happens. Sammy had the handcuffs again. He had outsmarted AJ Styles, handcuffed AJ to the ladder, went up onto the ladder and grabbed both belts. Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion. So, yeah, AJ, I wanted him to win, but obviously that didn't happen. So, I mean, it is what it is. You had Asuka versus Zelina Vega. They both really took each other to the limit. I think that Asuka's a lot more experienced in the wrestling business. I don't know too much about Zelina's wrestling career in TNA, like I have said, but she wasn't that bad. She still held her own So, I mean, obviously Asuka had her in the armbar, and then the Asuka walked and tapped her out. Now, after the match, Asuka was interviewed by Charlie, and then Zelina came over to her. Now Asuka was going to shake her hand. Zelina took her hand away and proceeded to do a bow. Which I thought, oh, okay, that's the honorable thing to do. That's pretty cool. And Psych beat the shit out of Asuka. And then left. That was a nice moment while it lasted, I guess. You have the United States title, Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews. They have Ricochet at Apollo's corner, and MVP at Bobby's corner, which I thought was interesting. I didn't see Shelton there, but you had this match was awesome too. You know, Bobby basically took Apollo to school, and Apollo did wrestle back, but it wasn't without the hurt lock that made Apollo submit. Bobby Lashley, still United States champion. I kind of agree with this. I don't know what my prediction was, but I do agree with this because I know that Bobby should still be the champion a little bit longer. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I honestly don't see Bobby win a WWE title anytime soon, unfortunately. So, yeah, he is still the champion. We have the tag team match for the Raw titles, Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. This match was awesome too. I mean, Andrade and Angel Garza are a pretty good tag team when they get their minds together, by definitely trying to take down the Street Profits, but obviously the Street Profits had the better hand and retained the tag team championships. So I thought that was pretty cool. So far, during this night, there are no new champions except for Sami Zayn. So, yeah, Bayley coming out. Now, on the top of the pre-show, you had Charlie Caruso talking about how Nikki Cross and there was somebody else that couldn't make it for some reason or another. I don't know why, but yeah, the Bayley Nikki Cross match was canceled, and that really pisses me off, but I kind of figured something like this would happen. So Bayley comes in, she jaw jacks for a while, talking about how she is the real champion and that she wants the referee to come in and have them raise her hand. And then she challenges somebody to come out and face her. But obviously, Asuka comes out. Now I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. We're not fucking doing this again, are we? We're not, why do we have Asuka 2 belts? So they did have a match, and it ended when Bayley was on the outside and somebody hits her with a chair. And here, Sasha Banks. So Sasha Banks is there, she's got the neck brace on. Now she's obviously in pain, but she still whips the piss out of Bayley. And then Bayley runs off like a scolded dog, like JR would say. So that's pretty fucking cool. You know, I think that Kyle had a pretty good prediction that these two will probably face each other at Hell in a Cell. And I just hope they do it properly. But anyways, there it is. You have the ambulance match, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Holy shit. So, you have Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre face each other. They're wrestling up the ramp. They're going up the ramp. They head up to catering. And who should come by but Christian? So Christian beats the shit out of Randy, throws him across the food table, and, beats him up some more. So then, of course, you have them going back to the other side. They go into the ring. This was before that, when they were wrestling. Randy was going to the ropes, and someone grabs his leg. It was the Big Show. And I gotta say, Big Show, with a clean-shaven face, and he looks very slim, which I think is awesome. The slimmer you are, the more youthful you look, I think, I guess. But anyways, he delivers a choke slam onto a table. And then, of course, the Christian thing happens. And they wrestle some more. They get back into the arena. Randy goes on top of the ambulance. And he throws Drew off. And then he turns around, eats a sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels. And then Shawn Michaels throws Randy Orton off. So then they continue wrestling and beating up each other. There was a point where Randy Orton got hit so hard by the Glasgow Kiss that he did his own impression of the St. Bernard. Then he falls over. And then you think Randy Orton is going to throw Drew into the ambulance. Then they wrestle. And then Drew goes to throw him in the ambulance. And he's just about to shut the door. And then he thinks, no, I'm not finished. So he goes back into the ambulance. And he picks up Randy Orton and he takes him onto the outside. And you think, oh, he's going to do like a DDT. But no. He goes over and with the look in his eye, runs over and punts Randy in the head. And throws him in the ambulance to retain the title. So the whole thing with Edge didn't happen, as I thought. But there it is. He's still your WWE champion. So now you got a Universal Championship. You got Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Jey Uso. Now, this was interesting. These two beat the shit out of each other, obviously. Roman Reigns did a really good job selling it to his talking trash and, the whole head of the table thing. And basically, it ended when Jey got knocked out. Jimmy comes in and he tries to stop the fight. But Jey is too knocked out to wrestle. So yeah, the match goes to Roman Reigns. Now, I got to say, Roman Reigns got up. He has the black shorts, and now he's got no muscle shirt on, so you can see his tattoos and how ripped he is. Looks pretty good. But Roman Reigns as a heel, I think, is awesome. I mean, there's no two ways about it. With Paul Heyman, this guy can go places. And I'm glad that he's still the Universal Champion, because I want to see what else he can do. Nothing to take away from Jey Uso, but this match should have gone to Roman anyways. So anyways, that was Clash of Champions, and again, kind of wish I would have gone up and did the play-by-play, but it didn't happen. So, Raw happened last night, which apparently was absolutely glorious! Talk to you later.